the in-ring return of the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. I'm Excalibur, joined by the ineffable Tony Schiavone, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. We have a gargantuan program in store for you tonight. But let's take you back to this past Sunday, one of the most monumental events in the history of all Elite Wrestling. Revolution is live from the sold-out Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. A Texas death match. This match for the richest prize in our sport.
If Hangman Adam Page loses, he will never be able to challenge for the AEW Championship ever again.
Almost certainly will end with one of these two men carried out on a stretcher. Dog collar around the throat. MJF strangling Hangman.
Ain't getting up, kids. Oh my God. No.
We have just witnessed the end of an era. Swerve was ready for Brody King.
That's what you get when you get the most dangerous man in AEW versus the #1 in violence.
The length Swerve Strickland is willing to go to when he is intent on proving how dangerous he is. And it's Kenny Omega, who was taken out by Swerve Strickland, now back with a palpable fury. Now Shane Taylor putting his hands on Wayne Brady.
Big slap. This is one of the most epic nights we've ever witnessed.
This is not just about the AEW World Tag Team Champion FTR, proving that they are the champions of the world.
He's back. He's not alone.
Cope and Cage are back, and they are out for revenge. Tony Storm, Marina Shafir, everyone banned from ringside.
I think she's going to get her close up here.
Big package! Ray! That is Ronda Rousey, personal friend of Marina Shafir. Takeshita, John Moxley, no time limit.
What an individual. What a wrestler.
Takeshita, raging fire! Moxley improbably escaping the raging fire, Nigel.
Oh, here we go.
Will Ospreay! A dramatic return by the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. It was a night quite unlike any other, and if you missed a second of the action, you can order the replay right now at HBOMax.com/AEW.
What a way to kick off the pay-per-view season for AEW Excalibur and Bryan Danielson. What a night.
Your opening contest is set for one fall. Returning to the ring from Essex, England, weighing 225 pounds, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
More than 6 months ago, Will Ospreay was injured by John Moxley and the Death Riders. He makes his return to action here tonight. But, Brian, we have another injury to talk about. In that confrontation with Ronda Rousey, Tony Storm got dropped by Marina Shafir.
So she got dropped then, and then. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm catching up with. I was discussing Will Ospreay earlier. In a conversation with him earlier today. I was watching him, and I wasn't able to hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Well, you understand that Tony Storm has been ruled out of action to compete later on tonight. Mina Shirakawa will be taking her place. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of controversy around it. We saw Marina Shafir land a sucker punch on Tony Storm, but Marina is adamant that she had nothing to do with the attack on Storm.
Yeah, she says that. She said she had nothing to do with that attack, and it remains to be seen. But the bottom line is that, unfortunately, Tony Storm is not going to be able to compete. And we've been waiting to see this man back in action, gentlemen, for a long, long time.
Will Ospreay ready to battle Blake Christian, though, biding his time. Blake Christian undoubtedly coming into this match as the underdog, at least statistically speaking, Brian. But Will Ospreay, double neck fusion surgery, titanium plate and screws installed in his neck. Blake Christian is close to 100% as you can get, though.
Yeah, I think this is a huge opportunity for Blake Christian to really push and see what Will Ospreay has after that double fusion neck surgery. I mean, his neck surgery was much worse than I had in 2014, and it took me much longer, 3 months longer to recover before I was able to wrestle again. I like what Will Ospreay is doing right here. He's mat wrestling, he's scientific wrestling right here. We'll see how much he pushes himself in this first match.
Ospreay nimbly springs back up to his feet. Blake Christian, though, not sitting idly by. He's not a spectator.
Well, Blake Christian is a high flyer as well. He takes a lot of chances. I don't think he's intimidated at all by Will Ospreay. And I thought he did a good job by rolling out of the ring at the beginning just to take a breath before this thing started.
Swing and a miss by Christian. Ospreay, though, connects with the Hurricane Rana.
Ospreay, even 6 months post neck surgery, is still one of the most athletic wrestlers on the planet.
Whoa. Christian sweeps out the leg. Cazador pulls him through, and a splash on the floor.
I'm telling you guys, do not sleep on Blake Christian. This young man was named All Elite on social media 10 days ago, part of the Swirl Tag Team, the Lethal Twist Tag Team, if you will. And he's been spectacular.
Yeah, and this is a real opportunity for him. Imagine Blake Christian beating Will Ospreay in his first match back.
Blake Christian again looking for the splash, but Ospreay, the knees are up, and Ospreay moving with purpose. High boot to the face of Christian.
Not many people hit the ropes with such force and spring off like Will Ospreay does. He gets a lot of momentum.
Ospreay over the top, crashes into Christian on the floor. Ospreay looking sharp in his return to action, and I'm sure he's looking forward to competing at Wembley Stadium later this summer, August 30th. We make our return all in London. Tickets available this Friday, 10 a.m. GMT, livenation.co.uk, AEWTIX.com. Blake Christian, again, not sitting idly by.
Taking the fight right to him, Brian. That's what you got to do. You talked about the neck injury and how long it took you to return. Do you think that Will is going to, I was going to ask, go take a little bit slow, but I guess the answer is no already.
No, and I mean, this is a great strategy for Blake Christian, but I think it's a horrible, I mean, something could go really wrong here for Will Ospreay.
Sure could.
Blake Christian on the receiving end of a big springboard. Well, not much spring off those barricades, but a leaping elbow nonetheless by Will Ospreay. And Ospreay now springs, and a second elbow, this time higher elevation, takes down Blake Christian. Leg is hook cover made, but Christian escapes.
One of the things that I wonder is you saw Will Ospreay just do that springboard elbow, and I wonder how his neck's feeling even after that fall, because that was, even when you give that move, you're falling from a pretty high altitude.
That is a great point. You really are. And look at Christian. Wow, there's a
neck breaker on the knee, and then DDT as Ospreay immediately clutching his head and neck. Brian, you mentioned the speedier recovery for Will Ospreay than you had. I mean, a lot of differences in Ospreay's neck surgery and yours, though. Medical advancements and, of course, just genetics as well. But still, when you come back from an injury that severe, the mental catch-up is almost worse than the physical.
Yeah, the mental catch-up, and, okay, how much do you want to put yourself at risk? Will Ospreay has always been a very risky wrestler. He's willing to dish out punishment to his opponent, but also takes a lot of punishment in the stuff that he does himself. And what is he going to be as aggressive with that kind of stuff as he was before?
We certainly saw him be aggressive this past Sunday when he attacked Jon Moxley and the Death Riders at Revolution. And Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta will be in action later on tonight against the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson and Ace Austin, as well as Swerve Strickland. He jumped to the front of the line in the AEW World Championship title picture with his victory over Brody King. We'll hear from him tonight. Speedball Mike Bailey, Mark Davis one-on-one as Ospreay showing no signs of ring rust, Tony.
Yeah, not at all. And there was twice now. Wait a minute, here's the cover.
Cover made, near leg hooked. Of course, Darby Allin, Gabe Kidd, the coffin match later on tonight. And Mina Shirakawa stepping in for Timeless Tony Storm to take on Marina Shafir. No holds barred. What a main event. Jungle Jack Perry and the Young Bucks take on Kazuchika Okada, RPG Vice, all of that and so much more coming up tonight on Dynamite. Blake Christian, the stomp on the spine, the upper back of Will Ospreay.
Yeah, he forced Will Ospreay down with that right foot. Uh-oh. This is not good.
DDT on the floor.
Not good for Will at all, man.
As now, Blake Christian thinking springboard. 450 splash. Cover made. 1, 2. And Ospreay able to kick out.
You know how good Ospreay is, gentlemen, but I tell you, Blake Christian has come to fight.
Blake Christian comes back. Cutter once again. 1, 2. And Ospreay.
I mean, that was he barely kicked out on that. I don't know. I'm not.
Brian, you know what I'm thinking about right now is just months ago, Kenny Omega's return to action after a very public battle with diverticulitis, the medicals, the stay in the hospital, the surgery, all the recovery and all that. He was like he had a target on his midsection. Ospreay, quite literally, wearing the target on his neck with all the kinesio tape.
Yeah, for sure. And then not only that, so he may feel like athletically he can do all the things he did before, but will he be able to recover from these hits, from these DDTs? I mean, look, from that knee, that was right on the jaw.
Standing slice spread by Blake Christian. Deep cover. And whoa!
Yeah, I think that's the thing that you underestimate as a wrestler is okay, I can do all the things athletically that I can do before, but can you recover the same way that you recovered before?
Going to have a little time recovering tonight because Blake Christian has hammered that neck.
Christian, I think, perhaps looking for his own version of the hidden blade.
That's right.
He's got Ospreay lined up. Ospreay strikes!
Talking about a great sense of timing.
What a counter from Will Ospreay. What a follow-up. Another hidden blade. The cover. And the return win for Will Ospreay.
The aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
182 days after spinal fusion surgery, Will Ospreay is back. And perhaps better than ever. It may be hyperbolic, it may be a little early to judge that, but to my eyes, Will Ospreay looked sharp as ever.
Recovery time, though, like you talked about, Brian, that's the key now.
I bloody missed all of you guys. John Moxley. Would you like to know the biggest difference between me and you? I don't need a weapon to snap someone's neck. I could do it with my bare fucking hands.
Didn't take long, did it? Didn't take long, did it?
Got Will Ospreay understandably angered, enraged by Jon Moxley.
Well, I can attest that Will Ospreay can definitely hurt your neck with his bare hands.
Jon Moxley, the AEW Continental Champion. He went to war with Konosuke Takeshita this past Sunday at Revolution, and now looks like he may have a fight on his hands with the aerial assassin. Ospreay going right at Moxley.
The look that Will gave Ospreay surprised me, and now look at this, he's taking care of Wheeler Yuta as well.
And all that pent-up aggression from 6 months of not being able to do the one thing he loves more than anything in the world.
And now Ospreay heedlessly charging forward. Moxley rattled, and Ospreay with some words from Moxley. Well, wait a second. Brian, is he going to do it?
Oh, that's Pac.
The bastard Pac bailing out Jon Moxley.
I get the anger. I get.
Oh, now Pac walking in the brutalizer, attacking the neck of Ospreay.
You can't take this, Brian.
This is a horrible situation for Will Ospreay. These are the things that I'm concerned about with him coming back so soon. I mean, from double neck fusion surgery, 6 months coming back is crazy.
And I get the anger, I get the frustration from Will Ospreay, but he had to realize there were more than just 2 members of the Death Riders here tonight.
As this referee corps, the security trying to separate Pac from Will Ospreay, but Pac being ordered from the ringside area, but Will Ospreay, you can see clutching that neck, and unfortunately for Ospreay, this is going to be a new reality for him, Brian, that every opponent is going to be targeting that neck.
A reality that I know very well, and it doesn't get easier. This is his first match back, and look at the damage that's already been done. I'll be interested to see if he'll be able to do anything this week to help heal that neck.
Following is a tag team match. Simple and Bull making their way to the ring. Ace Austin and Juice Robinson.
Austin Gunn into the Bang Bang Gang, set to compete against the Death Riders here tonight as officials still trying to get. Oh, wait a second, Ospreay!
Wow, they were trying to get Pac out of here, and Ospreay would have none of it.
Sprinting up the ramp, diving on Pac in the pile, just throwing caution to the wind as he and the bastard battling through the curtain and into the back. But one, two, three, gotcha! Oh, the Bang Bang Gang, baby, bang! Bang Bang Gang, I mean, set to compete. They might have an advantage here, Tony, because Ospreay landing some solid shots both on Wheeler Yuta and Jon Moxley.
And just as you were saying that, Excalibur, Jon Moxley got up off of the floor right in front of our broadcast table. So he's been down. He's kind of looking, he's kind of staggering around right now.
AEW Dynamite, baby!
Close to the
Yuta
camera.
attacks Juice Robinson, Ace Austin.
I think that maybe the Bang Bang Gang is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And Brian, Jon Moxley looked a little dazed after getting cold cocked by Will Ospreay, but seems to have shrugged that off.
Yeah, Jon Moxley recovers from fights really quickly. I mean, we've seen him in Texas death matches and then wrestling the very next Wednesday.
Oh, Ace Austin, though, reversed Jon Moxley, sent him crashing into the barricade. Juice Robinson boot to the midsection on Wheeler Yuta. Yuta sent hard into the corner. Juice fouls it up the lariat.
I love Juice Robinson. I love the energy he brings to the ring. I love his attitude. And the fans chanting his name, they love him too.
Juice, the southpaw left-handed striker, raining down shots on that shorn head of Wheeler Yuta.
How ugly is Wheeler Yuta now?
Well, he's always been ugly. Okay.
You're saying he was better looking with the hair.
I don't know.
There's some truth to that statement.
I mean, he looked like a sheepdog that fell into an oil slick. A double hammer throw by the Bang Bang Gang. And double hip toss. Ace Austin, the newest member of the Bang Bang Gang.
A great addition to the Bang Bang Gang, if you ask me.
As Juice now covers, leg hook. Yuta able to kick out.
Ace Austin has a very different style than either Juice Robinson or either of the Guns.
And Wheeler Yuta, though, gouging the eyes and making a quick tag out to Jon Moxley.
Well, Moxley with purpose, huh? How about that running lariat? Purpose.
Tony, that battle at Revolution between Moxley and Takeshita, I mean, it was something else. It was one of the best Continental Championship matches I think we've seen.
Oh, I agree, and we expected that, and they delivered. They did not disappoint, and I really think top to bottom, everyone. It was just a historic night, like you said, to start things. A sold-out Crypto.com arena, home of the Lakers and the Kings, and and the home of AEW in Los Angeles on pay-per-view.
On Moxley and Juice Robinson, these two men, long-time rivals, predates their time inside AEW. Moxley, oh, wait a second, looking for a snap suplex. Juice Robinson able to block it. Right hands to the ribs from Juice Robinson and reverses. Overhead suplex. And tag made now, Ace Austin.
Ace Austin looked really impressive against Jon Moxley recently. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, it was Continental title eliminator match back in January. You're right, great call. And he can do a lot of great things. Can also look how powerful he is in the legs.
Very unorthodox striker as well. You saw that how he approached that drop toe hold on Moxley. And now the knee strike to Wheeler Yuta. Kick to the face.
Yeah, he just attacks from so many different angles.
Look deep strong. Death Valley driver. Oh, but he took his eyes off the Continental Champion, but Moxley sent to the floor. Ace Austin perhaps poised to take flight over the top. Laid out fully with that one.
Takes incredible body control, as you guys know, to be able to go in, reverse, and then come around on the front the way he did.
Wheeler Yuta attacks from behind as this tag team battle, Death Riders Bang Bang Gang, continues. Don't go anywhere.
Wheeler Yuta, master of the cold cocking. Just came from behind on Ace Austin, rammed him right into the steps.
You know, in AEW, there are people that wrestlers that fans love and the fans hate. I think Wheeler Yuta universally hated.
Well, it didn't help that Brian was leading the Yuta Sucks chant.
Well, yeah, of course that's, and they remember how Wheeler turned on Bryan Danielson. I mean, they'll never forget that.
I mean, that's one of the things, you know, to get a little more serious is the idea that Jon Moxley, the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta, I know a lot of fans are cheering Jon Moxley now, you know, and I get it, 100%.
Look at these rabbit punches from Wheeler Yuta.
But Jon Moxley, in his interview and his up close with his wife, Renee, he said he doesn't regret. He'd do everything that he did with the Death Riders. He would do it all over again. That includes suffocating me with a plastic bag. That includes what he did to Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door, which put him out for over 6 months, required double neck fusion surgery.
Yuta drops the elbow. And Jon Moxley covers. Ace Austin able to kick out, no regrets on behalf of the Continental Champion. And Brian, you know, the thing about Wheeler Yuta is it seems to be a pattern. Not only did he betray you in joining, you know, really reaffirming his commitment with Jon Moxley, go back even further. He betrayed Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Chris Statlander, the best friends as well.
Yeah, just a natural turncoat, I guess.
And I guess it just shows, Brian, how much influence Jon Moxley can have on someone like Wheeler Yuta.
Look at Ace Austin carrying the weight of Jon Moxley, and Moxley just gouged the eyes, though.
There's those strong legs I talk about by Austin. He is very powerful. Watch out, Juice. Almost came over the broadcast table that time.
Cheating! You know what you want.
Moxley keeping the focus on Ace Austin. Juice Robinson trying to manage his temper. Moxley digging the fingernails into the flesh of Ace Austin.
Classic Jon Moxley.
Leaving the stripes up the back of his opponent.
And Brian, it's not going to help. It's not going to serve to be able to win a match, something like that. But that's not what Jon Moxley was looking at right there.
No, and it does. When you take a superplex like that, that scratch up the back, it makes the
Moxley covers.
It makes the fall much worse.
Right. That's a great point again.
Come on now! You got a hell of a future! Let's go! Come on, damn it!
Our first tag team contest of the night underway tonight. AEW Dynamite live from Fresno, California. It's the Death Riders versus the Bang Bang Gang. Jon Moxley, Texas Cloverleaf, in control of Ace Austin, targeting the powerful legs of the young opponent.
What is that Ace has around his mouth? Is that like a That's his chain.
Yeah, that's his necklace. Jon Moxley, during the break, put it into his mouth. Started pulling on it.
Now Moxley transitions over into a crossface, has the arm captured. And the chain in the mouth, in between the teeth of Ace Austin, doing him no favors. But Austin tries to reverse, able to get the bottom rope. Referee Paul Turner calls for the break. The Death Riders, Tony, have done a great job of isolating Ace Austin, keeping Juice Robinson in his corner and ineffective in his corner.
Yeah, and they're doing this against a great team. We have so many great teams. FTR is still the World Tag Team Champions. So many great teams in AEW. You really got to put any combination of the Bang Bang Gang into that conversation.
Oh, Ace Austin just rattled Jon Moxley with that heel kick. Now Wheeler Yuta, double sledge in between the spine. A window of opportunity for Ace Austin was open, but Wheeler Yuta may have slammed it shut. Hammer throw into the ropes. Austin gets on the brakes. Sure-footed. Ace Austin lands on the apron. Now goes over the top. Sunset flip. Yuta rolls through. Big up kick.
Yeah, big strong legs again. Here we go.
Juice Robinson into the fray. Series of shoulder tackles. 3 in a row. No, back elbow that time. Takes you into the fray. Series of shoulder tackles. 3 in a row. No, back elbow that time. Takes Yuta off his feet. And Manhattan drop. And
There is nobody in professional wrestling I love seeing chopped more than Wheeler Yuta.
I bet. Or run over, right?
Yeah.
Juice Robinson unleashing his pent-up frustration on Wheeler Yuta, the turncoat.
Yeah, Juice shouldn't waste much time here. There's those jabs of his.
The jabs, and then typically Daniel Garcia, remember the Death Riders, distracting Austin Gunn, big right hand, takes down Garcia. But meanwhile, Jon Moxley spun Juice Robinson around, and Robinson countered with the left hand.
Watch out, Juice.
Wheeler Yuta gets spun around and eats a left of his own. Juice Robinson, power bomb, high stack, 1, 2, no!
Barely. Juice having a great match here, Brian. He's doing a lot of great things.
He's doing a great job. That was not only was that an excellent power bomb, that was an excellent cover.
Now Ace Austin, the legal man for the Bang Bang Gang, to the top. Juice Robinson sets him up. Ace, knees were up.
Yikes.
Ace Austin misjudged it, and now Jon Moxley looking to take advantage.
Disastrous landing for Ace Austin.
Oh, nice flexibility by Austin, using that knee right into the face of Jon Moxley.
He's so mobile, attacks from so many different angles. Look at that kick.
And Zigiri once again has Moxley staggered. Moxley drops now. Ace Austin.
Talented kid.
Oh, psycho knee!
Oh, wow.
Yuta sent out to the floor. Wait a second, Moxley! The cutter from behind. Juice Robinson, he had his eyes on Wheeler Yuta, but Moxley takes advantage. Now Yuta the tope, and Jon Moxley center of the ring, the double underhook, the Death Rider from Moxley. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, Wheeler Yuta, and the AEW Continental Champion, Jon Moxley.
Well, despite being at the disadvantage early in the match, Brian, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta recovered, and then were able to pull out an impressive victory over the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah, very, very impressive performance, specifically by Jon Moxley, not so much Wheeler Yuta. But especially after that super intense match with Takeshita on Sunday. I mean, we're just 2 days removed from that.
You know, Moxley is still talking about Will Ospreay. I mean, I can't read lips, but it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, he loves attacking people, but hates being attacked.
Well, fans, this past Sunday at Revolution, we saw Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Darby Allin pick up a victory over the Dogs, but the violence will only increase here tonight.
You think I'm scared of death? You think any of us are scared of death? We run into it. I don't care about a wrestling match. I don't want rules. I want to take your soul.
It doesn't stop until you are pushing off daisies.
These two men are prepared for war.
Gabe Kidd, Darby Allin. I don't want OC. I don't want Clark or Finlay. Unsanctioned coffin match.
I thought we were done, Gabe. Clearly not.
I have dreams of putting you under the ground. It's showtime.
There's a reason I didn't die on Mount Everest.
Because I got so much more to offer to life. I'm gonna beat you within an inch of your life. Welcome to the end of Darby Allin. Tonight, coffin match live, national television. I'm not waiting to get in the ring. Meet me in the parking lot, you rat!
Swerve! The most dangerous man in AEW. Oh, yeah. You're a danger to me, sure. Maybe even a danger to Brody, but you're not really a danger to yourself. And when I hear danger, I think risk. So you want to get dangerous? Let's get dangerous. Let's roll the dice. You really want to prove how dangerous you are? Let's play a game of risk. How about you put that #1 contendership on the line? Because really, you're the most dangerous man. You got nothing to fear. You against me. One more time for everything. The winner becomes the #1 contender. Hit me back. Let me know how you feel about it. Until then, must bid you adieu. Goodbye, Swerve. Mwah! And good night. Bang!
A big challenge thrown out by Kenny Omega. We know that Swerve, by virtue of beating Brody King, became the top contender for the AEW World Championship. But Kenny Omega throwing out a pretty massive challenge to Swerve, Tony.
There's more than just a challenge there. There's a lot of animosity, as we have seen between those two men. And listen, Swerve is #1 contender right now. Kenny is a former world champion. I can't wait to see these two collide.
Well, Tony, speaking of animosity, Gabe Kidd, Darby Allin, the coffin match. We heard from Gabe Kidd. He said he was going to meet Darby Allin out in the parking lot, and I understand our cameras are outside with Gabe Kidd.
It's time now. World's End done. Revolution done. I'm here. There's only one thing left to do. And that's end you. Yeah, come on! Come on! Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on! Yeah! Yeah, boy! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! It's time. It's time. It's time. That's right.
Gabe Kidd, I mean, he's loaded up in the trunk of the coffins at ringside, Tony.
I'm trying to wrap my head around what we're seeing because this is freaking nuts.
Oh, my God!
And it just got nuttier. What the hell? How much to be left of either one of these guys to have a coffin match inside here?
Are we even going to have a match? I mean, Gabe Kidd couldn't even walk.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's as bizarre thing as we've ever witnessed, and we've seen a lot.
But I mean, it's a testament. It's a testament to the hatred that these two men have towards one another. That I mean, Darby Allin just. Then we take a look at the coffin, but I mean, Darby Allin just taking things to a completely new level here. I mean, obviously, Gabe Kidd is going to need some medical attention.
Oh, is he pushing?
Yeah,
Darby.
He's still got him on top of that.
Darby's pushing that road case to ringside with Gabe Kidd on top of it. This may just be elementary.
Yeah, just open up the top and throw that body in.
Well, the coffin match has begun, but Darby seems to have this well in hand. See, Darby's still struggling after being flipped over in that car. Gabe Kidd motionless. And
what the? Well, okay, I saw obviously the skateboard. What was that he had in his other hand?
Looked maybe like a straitjacket, but
really? Well,
it certainly seems that way.
Yeah, you're right.
And again, Gabe Kidd just motionless, Brian.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's conscious at all. I mean, if you want to win a coffin match, he's unconscious. Just put him in the coffin.
Exactly. But you know,
I don't think this is about winning. Good, Tony.
Good call, Excalibur. It's about more than that. He just wants to beat his ass up. Is all he wants to do, and he's done a lot of that already.
And think about what we've seen from Gabe Kidd towards Darby Allin. He was brought in as a mercenary for Jon Moxley and the Death Riders. And he's somebody that you've seen it thrown off the cage, set up that flaming table that Darby was put through.
Yeah, they've gone through a lot, there's no doubt. And listen, I think Gabe is done. Hell, I thought he was done as they rolled him in here, as Darby rolled him in here. What's Darby going to do now? Oh, Darby's gone wacko here, gentlemen.
I mean, both of these men are insane.
Oh, no. Gabe Kidd. Oh, Darby sent head first into the steel steps. Gabe Kidd was just about to have his head split open by that skateboard.
Yeah, you can see right above that right eye that he's bleeding, and give him some credit. I mean, he took a hell of a lot of punishment, and he's still fighting.
Trying to fight his way free of the straitjacket. Not Gabe Kidd's first time being restrained like that, Brian.
Definitely not. I was just about to say the same thing. He's mentally ill, Gabe Kidd.
Oh, Darby. Darby opened up from those steps, and now Gabe Kidd biting that wound on Darby's head.
I mean, both of these men are insane. How else could you describe that car crash that was outside?
Insanity, you're right.
What will it take to put this issue to rest between these two men?
I love this. This is good memories.
What did he say right there?
He said, I love this. This is good memories.
That coffin open up. And Darby.
The hands.
Darby's been in this situation before in the coffin match. Oh, Tony, you called it. Just smashing the hands of Darby Allin as this coffin match, this coffin battle continues live on Dynamite.
The fans here are standing around here at ringside watching it, and most of them are stunned about what they're watching. They were stunned ever since the car crash.
And Gabe Kidd, still with the straitjacket, doesn't have full use of his digits, Brian, but is dangerous still.
He doesn't seem to be worried about it. He was trying to get it off at first, but then now he's just accepted it.
Darby out of the way, luckily for him. Kidd swinging it. Oh, Darby swoops out the legs. Likes the Scorpion Deathlock from this position, but... Oh! Gabe Kidd from his back using the skateboard and cracking a bloody Darby Allin.
Yeah, Darby got blood draining down in his eyes that time, and that's why he couldn't complete that Scorpion Deathlock.
Kidd still struggling with that straitjacket, the restraint. Oh, now whipping. Whipping Darby with the belt, and now, oh no, onto the, the upturned wheels and trucks of the skateboard.
You've got to wonder what it's going to take for one to throw another one in that box. It's just, look at, there's blood on the trucks, there's blood on the wheels, I guess.
Brian, we've seen Darby have success in coffin matches before, but I mean, each one of those coffin matches has to take more and more years off of his career.
With all the things that Darby Allin's done, I mean, I'm surprised he's still able to fight, still able to wrestle, still able to do things like that. Look, his mouth was around that rope when Gabe Kidd just stomped him.
Yeah, very lucky to shatter Darby's teeth. Well, Darby, for Darby's sake, at least. And Kidd once again, sickening display. Now, Gabe Kidd, that skateboard is still in the ring. Despite the early flurry by Darby Allin, Gabe Kidd has turned things around, and after a slam on the skateboard, Gabe Kidd still with the skateboard in the ring. Darby now turning things around on Gabe Kidd, biting the head of his adversary.
Biting off layers of skin and just spitting it out on the left side. My God. Oh, my God.
Avalanche code red from Gabe Kidd. Remember, this is a coffin match. The only way to win is to put your opponent in the coffin and slam the lid shut. As we take another look at this, Brian, Darby Allin, just so reckless but so resilient.
So resilient, and Gabe Kidd landed right on the back of his head. And then Darby Allin now
fastening the clasps of the straitjacket,
making the straitjacket even tighter. Gabe Kidd wasn't able to use his hands before, but now his arms are kind of crossed, and he won't even be able to use his arms, let alone his hands.
Oh, Darby's got him up. And a Scorpion death drop from Darby Allin. And Kidd, once again, he's rattled. Remember, he's still recovering, Tony, from being locked in a car that would, locked in the trunk of a car that was flipped over.
Yeah, flipped over by Darby, who had a battle to get out of the car himself. And he still has enough energy.
Oh.
Whoa, how about that? That was a hell of a move right there.
Gabe Kidd just kicked the referee into the ropes and disrupt Darby's balance.
That's great awareness by Gabe Kidd, I tell you that.
Look at this kid with no hands, with his arms restrained, still able to hit the power slam, Brian.
Mentally insane, but still so tough, so gritty, will keep fighting no matter what the circumstances. I mean, there was a period of time in New Japan where oh my goodness, look at that, where the New Japan fans loved Gabe Kidd. And it's because of this tenacity that you see
Well, we mentioned like Wheeler Yuta, Gabe Kidd very quickly turned his back on those fans, had some very uncomplimentary things to say to the Japanese faithful.
They want to drag me back, take me.
It's a battle for another day.
I'll take you.
As Gabe Kidd trying to get Darby into the coffin, trying to slam that lid shut, but Darby using his body to block it, now biting the nose of Gabe Kidd. The lengths of violence that Darby Allin will go to.
I've seen it all now, gentlemen, and I've seen a lot, but nothing this crazy.
Darby Allin now with the repositioning the coffin. Remember, you have to get your opponent into the coffin. You have to slam the lid shut for the match to end.
Facing Darby Allin.
Darby, the skateboard, and Gabe Kidd unable to defend himself. Just free reign from Darby Allin. Oh, crack him on the side of the head.
Right under the ear. That can break a jaw.
And Gabe Kidd unable to defend himself with his hands tied around his waist.
Coffin drop from Darby Allin. And Darby's not done. Second coffin drop.
Those coffin drops, they're so effective, but they've got to hurt Darby as well, as hard as he hits with his back. But he comes right back up.
And now Darby dragging Kidd toward the coffin on the outside. Gabe Kidd showing his relentless side. Boot in the face of Darby. Darby, though, using his belt, swept out the legs of Gabe Kidd. Darby.
Oh, there it is!
Darby Allin!
Using his body as a battering ram. Knocking Gabe Kidd into the coffin. And the lid comes crashing down in one fell swoop. Darby Allin victorious in this coffin match with Gabe Kidd, but Brian, at what cost?
At what cost? I know Darby Allin has talked about once he gets past all these monsters, having higher aspirations here in AEW. But now his body, I mean, think of all the things he's gone through in the last year.
I'm gonna hold that throttle until I see God or the AEW World Championship. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I'm coming.
Well, Darby Allin, once again, reaffirming his interest in the AEW World Championship. We know that Kenny Omega has thrown out a challenge to Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland, we knew we were going to hear from him later tonight, Tony, but I believe just put out a statement on social media. A counter offer for Kenny Omega from Swerve Strickland, perhaps. And we are going to hear from the former champ Swerve later on tonight, the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship. That World Championship still held by Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. But fans, our main event tonight, Jungle Jack Perry and the Young Bucks team up to take on the Rainmaker, the international champion, Kazuchika Okada, and RPG Fights.
Express has arrived in Fresno. Now, Revolution was a pretty good night for me and my family. And tonight, I'm teaming with two guys who are like brothers to me.
Speaking of family, Sunday night at Revolution was a rough one for ours. But what type of examples would we be to our children if we didn't pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and start fighting all the way to the top again?
And that starts tonight on Dynamite, when we face Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, and someone who we used to consider family, Okada. Bitch!
At this time, I want each and every one of you people in this arena to get up and stand up for someone who is very, very important in All Elite Wrestling. Hey, did you all see what happened at Revolution this past weekend? Did you guys see the annihilation? And the reason why we call him the most dangerous man in AEW? Without further delay, the boss himself, Mr. Dangerous, Swerve Strickland.
Whose house is it? Whose house is it? Most dangerous, most dangerous, most dangerous. Whose house is it? Whose house is it? Whose house is it? Let me get it from here, son. Yeah, we monster truck kings who deliver the rules.
The number one contender to the AEW World Championship, Swerve Strickland, defeated Brody King this past Sunday at Revolution, Brian. But that was not enough for Swerve. He was looking to crush the skull of Brody King to prove just how dangerous Swerve is.
Thank goodness for Kenny Omega coming out. Swerve Strickland had Brody King's head on a cinder block. And who knows what he was going to do.
I think in his effort to try to prove that he's the most dangerous man in all of AEW, he kind of went a little bit too far. Of course, we never forget Brody breaking that chain. But it's not lose sight of the fact that, yes, he is now put himself at the top of the list. Contenders for MJF's AEW World Championship.
Here, Kenny Omega brought the challenge. Possibility of a rematch between these two men. How will Swerve Strickland respond?
Power. This past Sunday at Revolution, me and Brody King went to war. But the only true winners of war are the ones with power. Now, if you ask me, did I enjoy beating the hell out of that man in front of his home state of California? Of course. But was I satisfied? No. Because the power in AEW still lies elsewhere. And sometimes power is more important than championships. Now, I've dealt with organizations with power all my life, all the way back to when I was 17 years old in the military, up to when I was traveling the world on the independence, even to when I was stuck in developmental. Truth be told, if it wasn't for the Young Bucks interfering in my title match back at Dynasty last year, I'd be a two-time AEW World Champion by now. Which honestly brings me to Kenny Omega, which is very fascinating, what you said about me earlier. Unbeknownst to me, I'm the new number one contender for the AEW World Championship. What is the number one contendership mean if I don't have the power to protect it? Kenny, you want to offer everything up on the table, but you don't have the leverage in this. It makes no sense for me to beat you twice and get nothing for it, man. However, there is one thing that you have that does interest me, and that is your power. Kenny, I don't want you removed from power. I want your power. And I want to block out anybody else that thinks they can get it. So you want this rematch between you and me? Offer up your EVP status. And just to make things very clear, when I beat you, I, Swerve Strickland, whose house will become AEW's new executive vice president.
That's a very heavy challenge for Swerve Strickland to throw out. Potentially an EVP and the number one contender, of course. That's if Kenny Omega accepts the challenge. Well, right now, you understand our colleague, the remarkable Renee Paquette, is standing by in the back. Take it away, Renee.
Speedball, Revolution was such a star-making night for you, for Kevin Knight, for Mystico. Talk to me about bouncing back and now to have those trios titles again.
Renee, some people you can just look at and you know right away they're a star. Like my partner, Kevin Knight. But that wasn't me. I had to fight and I had to scratch. I had to prove myself again and again. I had to believe in myself. I had to wrestle all over the world for nearly 20 years to get everyone else to believe in me. It's that kind of mental toughness. The people with that tenacity, those are the people I look up to. People like Kenny Omega, who started from nothing and had to work to become all elite, to become one of the biggest stars in the world, to become World Trios Champion, just like I am, and become AEW World Champion, just like I believe I will be. It's that kind of mental toughness that makes you not only a star, but a winner.
A lot of momentum at the back of Speedball Mike Bailey. As you heard himself, Kevin Knight, the Jet, and Mystico became new AEW World Trios Champions this past Sunday at Revolution.
This next bout is set for a one fall, coming down the aisle from Brisbane, Australia, weighing 281 pounds, Godzilla Mark Davis.
And Tony, that victory came at the expense of the Don Callis family. Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher, and Kazuchika Okada fell to the new champions this past Sunday.
Yeah, this is one big angry Australian. You can just look at him right now and see that. He was a trios champion, Excalibur and Brian, but it didn't last long. And buddy, you think he's not going to try to take out a few pounds of flesh from Mikey? Well, we'll find out.
From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 177 pounds, he is one-third of the new AEW World Trios Champions, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight coming to the top of the stage. Those modified Mystico masks honoring the Lucha Libre legend Mystico, who is one-third of the new AEW World Trios Champions. But Brian, for as tough both mentally and physically as Speedball is. Mark Davis is going to be out for blood tonight.
Yeah, especially because that was the first AEW championship Mark Davis had won, and to lose it in such short order, I mean, you can see how hot and fired up he is.
Davis crouching out, whips Speedball off his back. Just swinging wild haymakers. Speedball Mike Bailey. Nope, nobody home. Davis.
Whoa. You know, Brian, you talk about Mark Davis and the first title. Well,
wow. The foot into the jaw of Davis. Now Speedball firing in those kicks to the midsection.
The Trios Championship, the first title that Speedball had ever won in AEW, so it was big for him to get it back as well. It meant a lot for him. It meant a lot for Mark Davis. And now, I just love the team of Jet Speed and Mystico. What an ovation Mystico got in Los Angeles. Whoa! On Sunday.
What a shoulder tackle delivered by Davis. Follows it up. The slam and the senton. Big combination from Mark Davis. Now looking for a cover.
And despite Mark Davis's loss at Revolution, Saturday on Collision, he beat Commander, a smaller man, very similar to Speedball Mike Bailey. And what an incredible match that was.
Hey, we know the Don Callis family wants those belts back, and this big man has the ability, and he'll try to do it, to take out Speedball Mike Bailey, to take him down and get him out of the title picture.
And special programming note coming up this Saturday and Sunday. Immediately following NCAA men's tournament action, it will be Collision Slam Dunk coast to coast on TNT and HBO Max both Saturday and Sunday for Collision. Immediately following NCAA men's tournament action, as Speedball Mike Bailey answers the assault from Mark Davis with a drop kick.
I mean, Speedball has been so impressive. We saw him against Kyle Fletcher. I thought he had Kyle Fletcher beaten. As actually, Mark Davis was one of the people who stopped that from happening by interfering in the match. So, you know, Mark Davis is coming in here with a little bit of animosity, but I think Speedball is too.
Speedball very nearly captured the TNT Championship, but
wow,
barely a one count there as Davis able to break free of the pinning predicament.
Two obviously guys with two different body types, two different sizes, two different ways they approach the match. But if you think Mark Davis, even though he's moving slow right now, is down and out of it, you are wrong. He is so strong. Look at him hold on to the ropes from that pump kick.
Well, strong and durable as well, because we've seen him, Brian. We've seen Davis absorb quite a few kicks from Speedball Mike Bailey. Kicks that could have dropped lesser men.
Absolutely. I mean, he just absorbed a front kick to the face by Speedball.
And the triangle moonsault from Speedball Mike Bailey on Mark Davis as this battle continues live on Dynamite.
Speedball so dynamic, and he is wrestling like he wants to keep that championship around him, realizing what Mark Davis's motives are here. And let's see if he can just stick and move here. Stay away from him.
Yeah, you can hear the impact from those kicks.
Davis laboring against the barricade. Oh, man. Massive shot. Fans around the world joined us for Revolution this past Sunday on pay-per-view, and for the first time ever on myaew.com. I want to thank all of those fans for joining us, and fans from around the world will be joining us in London, England, coming up later this summer on the 30th of August as we return to Wembley Stadium for All in London. A history-making event returns, and this Friday, tickets available worldwide. It's March 20th, 10 a.m. GMT. You can visit livenation.co.uk or AEWTIX.com for your chance to join us and make history in London later this summer, the 30th of August. Delayed.
Oh, no! Mark Davis is just so overpowering. That's why this is a very, very dangerous match for Speedball to take. Now you got to wonder if Speedball can continue. Look at this. Holding the lower back here, Brian.
Yeah, I mean,
lower back goes out, brother.
And especially when it comes to Speedball's kicks. I mean, he generates a lot of powers from his hips. And if his back is jammed from that, I wouldn't even know what we call that on the apron.
Well, Mark Davis, I mean, he may have Bailey fully compromised here, content to take the count-out victory, but Speedball talked about his mindset. He returns to the ring, but Davis just on the hunt. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on TBS and HBO Max. Mark Davis and Speedball Mike Bailey. We have witnessed, Brian, Mark Davis just mauling Speedball.
Yeah, look at this move on the Speedball on the apron.
We thought it was going to be a brain buster, but somehow it was even worse. And ever since then, Tony, Speedball has been having serious issues with his spine.
Yeah, we are watching the Speedball get decimated. And if that is the case, then I'm telling you, those trios championships are in jeopardy. And that's exactly what Don Callis wants. That's what the family wants. They want to get the titles back. And Big Mark Davis wants to just run over Speedball. But look at Speedball fight, gentlemen.
Davis was looking for a superplex, but Speedball fought his way free.
Wow.
Now kick to the chest. A second one.
This kid has so much determination.
Oh, 3 in a row. Davis, though, teetering. And Bailey trying to take advantage. Speedball back and all. Liger by 1, 2. No, Davis able to kick out.
Speedball wasn't able to get his legs across Mark Davis's arms, allowing Mark Davis to kick out there.
Speedball steadies himself on the top. Shooting star press 1, 2. No, Davis.
I'm really surprised he didn't go for his ultimate weapon there with that shooting star double knee drop.
Well, Tony, I got some breaking news right now.
Okay.
Tony Khan has made it official. Dynamite 1 week from tonight. Our return to Minneapolis, St. Paul. It will be Swerve versus Kenny Omega. Part 2, #1 contendership versus Kenny Omega's EVP title. That takes place live 1 week from tonight at Dynamite.
Oh, that's a lot on the line in one match. And that is must-see TV a week from now. Look at this. Oh, my.
Davis getting the better of Speedball. And now, went to unleash that devastating lariat, but the great timing of Speedball Mike Bailey caught Davis on the way in.
Beautiful spin kick by Speedball Mike Bailey. He's clearly scouted Mark Davis.
Look at that exchange.
I would hate to be slapped by Mark Davis.
That heel caught Davis in the back of the head.
And next Wednesday night, St. Paul, Minnesota, our return to the Roy Wilkins Auditorium. And Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland, Part 2 is official for 1 week from tonight.
And what huge ramifications.
Davis may have just put the lights out on Speedball.
He ate all 3 of those shots by Speedball and then came back with one of his own. Speedball is in trouble. If he gets thrown into the backbreaker here or something.
A gut wrench, but Speedball trying to defend by clutching onto the knee, but Davis more than happy to oblige with some knees to the face and chest. Oh, chop lariat combo. And now Davis, a BT bomb, covers 1, 2.
It was all that Speedball Mike Bailey could do to get out of that. It took every ounce of energy. Whoa, and he got nailed in the side of the head, Excalibur.
Lunging elbow strike from Dunkzilla Mark Davis, who now the gut wrench hoists up Bailey, but Bailey finds his feet. Speedball attempting a backslide, but Davis clutching onto the top rope. Oh! The heel catching her at the base of the neck. 1, 2. Nope. Davis able to escape and answers with an enziguri of his own. Now Davis.
I am shocked Davis recovered from that spin kick to the back of the head so quickly.
Oh, Davis!
Oh, that's it.
Spike speedball. 2, 3, no!
Again, this kid's determination. Oh, there's something else, so he gets kicked in the face.
Davis pops it up. No, speedball reverses work on Rana. 2, no! Davis barely able to kick out speedball. The pump, the knees. And speedball Mike Bailey now with a chance. Landed flush on Mark Davis. And Tony, you called for it earlier. Now speedball Mike Bailey. Ultimate weapon on target and for the win.
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Ryan, he connected on the side of the rib cage of those knees from up top.
Boy, did he ever. What an incredible performance from Speedball Mike Bailey, showing how double tough he is.
Great match, man. Great match. He's a trio champion. He fended it off, but they're still going to come at him. There's no doubt.
Oh, Speedball Mike Bailey victorious tonight, and fans coming up on this slam dunk Saturday collision immediately following NCAA men's tournament action. It will be teacher versus student. Robbie Eagles, the man that introduced Kyle Fletcher to the world of professional wrestling. He will be challenging Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. Plus the Brawling Birds take on the Sisters of Sin in tag team competition this Saturday night. And Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta will face Commander and Mascara Dorada this Saturday immediately following NCAA men's tournament basketball action on TNT and HBO Max. Fans, let's take you back to this past Sunday. After MJF had vanquished Hangman Adam Page, he shared these words.
All the other titles not.
Greatest dog collar match of all time. Greatest Iron Man match of all time. Greatest Texas Death match of all time. Greatest AEW World Champion of all time. They call me Mr. Revolution. You know, they say adrenaline is a hell of a drug. It'll stop you from feeling pain. Well, folks, the adrenaline's worn off just a tad. I feel everything, every bump, every bruise, every ounce of blood pouring out of my body. But none of that matters. Because I won. It was all worth it, because I am still the holder of the grandest prize of them all, the Triple B, the only world championship in the sports today that matters, the AEW world title. Today I turned 30. Happy birthday to me. What a way to celebrate at only 30 years of age. I've accomplished more than most Hall of Famers. My goal is to go down as the greatest of all time. And I'm way ahead of schedule. Only a handful of men were in my way of achieving that status. And the biggest one of all was you, Hangman. But guess what? Your ass is off the board, Chief! And I've still got 20 more years to go. For the next 20 years of my career, Hangman Adam Page, you will be right where you belong, the mid-card. For the next 20 years, Maxwell Jacob Friedman will have a one-way ticket to GOAT status. For the next 20 years, only one name will be regarded as the best in the world. The Wolf of Wrestling, the Salt of the Earth, the generational talent, the Devil, Big Hebrew Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to do what the greatest athletes have done after a big win since the dawn of time. Hey, camera boy, go ahead, ask me.
Max, you just defeated Hangman Adam Page. You've successfully held on to your world championship. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to Disney World!
Young Bucks, Jungle Jack, I heard what you had to say. You think I used to be your family? You are so stupid!
And your boss also isn't cool.
I'm only loyal to one family. Unlike Takeshita, who is shaking hands with John Moxley. Meanwhile, tonight, the Rainmaker and the Roppongi Boys pick up a main event victory for the Don Callis family.
Tonight is por la familia. And more importantly, for our fearless leader, Don Callis. Arriba, el Don Callis family.
Love you, Don.
A big-time trios main event tonight on Dynamite, but right now, it will be no holds barred here in Fresno.
This is a no holds barred match. From Moldova is the Marina Shafir.
Earlier today, we understand Toni Storm was attacked. Our cameras were at least able to catch some of it. Let's take a look.
There's been a ton of confusion back here. No, Luther, what's going on? What happened? What? Oh my God! Tony, what?
What I did or did not do to Toni Storm is none of your damn business. But if you want to suffer the same fate, you made the right choice.
Well, Marina Shafir very evasive about that, Tony. Not exactly taking responsibility, but not exactly denying it either.
Yeah, I think. Marina Shafir is, well, I don't know what to call her.
Tokyo, Japan, Mina
Well, whether Marina Shafir was responsible for the attack on Toni Storm or not, Mina Shirakawa coming to the ring with a barbed wire bat, Brian. It's technically no holds barred.
Barbed wire bat is not a hold to be barred, but in these modern day versions of no holds barred, weapons are allowed, and you can tell how seriously Mina Shirakawa is taking this. She didn't come out dancing. She came out with the barbed wire bat. She's ready to fight.
Ooh. Mina scores the first shot on Marina, but Shafir now right hands in the midsection. And look at that, just grabbed the barbed wire with their bare hand to disarm Shirakawa.
And you may have heard Marina say, I don't need no bat. Well, she's got one in her hand, need it or not. Oh, Ben.
Drop kick to the knee, and Mina Shirakawa, the running knee strike. And Toni Storm, we're still waiting for an update on her condition. Remember, we saw Brian this past Sunday at Revolution. After Toni Storm used the big package, defeated Marina Shafir, Ronda Rousey made an appearance, basically called out at the time was Toni Storm, and in the melee, the cheap shot was landed by Shafir.
Yeah, Marina, while Toni had her eyes on Ronda Rousey, security guards filled the ring, and Marina came and just drilled Toni Storm from behind.
Fans, just a reminder, this coming Saturday and Sunday, special programming note, Slam Dunk Saturday Collision and Slam Dunk Sunday Collision. immediately following NCAA men's tournament action both nights, Saturday and Sunday on TNT and HBO Max.
What a great weekend we are going to have with not only the NCAA tournament, but 2 nights of Collision. What a great time of year, man.
Mina Shirakawa with a champagne bottle in hand. And Shafir, though, the kick and the block. And now, spiked Shirakawa, center of the ring.
You mentioned about Toni Storm, maybe an update. I don't know. We haven't heard anything at all, but and she wasn't moving in the back, and Luther couldn't even get out a couple of words.
Well, he typically can't.
Well, you know, I mean, Ronda Rousey, too. I mean, if she's a part of it, which we all think. I mean, she has so many...
Mina, but I mean, it's all speculation on our part. One like that. But maintaining control of the wrist, Brian. Shafir dictating her will in this no-holds-barred battle, one-on-one live on Dynamite, TBS, and HBO Max. I should say Shafir exerting her will on Mina Shirakawa.
And also proving her point that she doesn't need a back to be dangerous.
And of course,
one thing you can say about Marina, I mean, you can say a lot of things about her, but she's absolutely fearless. We've seen her get in the face of men much bigger than her.
And take them out.
Right, and she is scared of no one. And
I think also, you know, from a wrestler standpoint, when I watch Marina wrestle, it seems to me, and I haven't felt it, but it seems to me like she has the strongest strikes of any woman in the AEW women's division. I mean, her kicks, her forearms, everything just brutal. Her shots to the body. She has great head movement when she needs it.
Shafir, the waist lock, trying to bring up Mina. Mina, the back elbows. Shafir, back heel trip.
Just has so many great throws.
You know those punching bags in arcades that measure just how strong you've hit it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd put $100 in one of them and let Speedball and Marina go sick.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. There's got to be a place in Fresno where we can do that.
Oh, slam on the chair. Remember, it's no holds barred. It's anything goes.
The back of that chair has a hard ridge on it that is sticking up. And that's what Mina was thrown on that time. And again, see that? Whoa.
I'm not sure Mina Shirakawa can take much more of this.
Well, you don't see that every day, and this is a night we've seen things we've never seen before.
Marina Shafir now, the hammer throw into the corner. Mina Shirakawa not moving well, Brian.
Not moving well. Those body slams on the chair, just absolutely brutal. All the strikes. Look at that. Look at Marina's head movement. Make sure Marina can't strike back. She comes back, ducks under, leg kick. I don't think she has to worry about a return strike from Mina right now.
Marina is so fundamentally sound on those strikes. In her judo background, we saw those throws earlier.
It's the potent combination of the judo and the striking that makes Marina Shafir just so dangerous. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite. It is no holds barred between Mina Shirakawa and the problem, Marina Shafir. Mina taking this match, stepping in to fight for her fallen friend, her fallen companion, timeless Toni Storm. As Marina Shafir, she had a champagne bottle, popped the cork off of it and was taking a couple swigs, but Mina Shirakawa using this as her opening, Brian.
Turn around. Oh, man. I saw that one coming. Mina took a little bit too much time to wheel around, and Marina was right there.
Well, Mina's taking a lot of damage. I understand. Oh!
Shafir driven face first into that steel chair.
It was almost like a La Mystica onto the chair.
And now Mina to the top. Shafir is staggered. A drop kick from the top rope.
Mina very lucky she didn't land on that chair when she did the drop kick.
I thought the same thing, Brian. Absolutely.
Brian, we talked about on Sunday just how punishing those chair shots to the spine are, just sending a jolt throughout all the nerves, all your extremities.
Absolutely. It didn't seem like Mina was able to get a lot of power on the chair shot to the back. But definitely delivered a lot of damage there.
The sling blade from the top onto the chair, the cover, and almost a win for Mina Shirakawa.
It's again showing how tough Marina Shafir is.
Mina, this is not her forte, brandishing weapons, but this most certainly is. Looking for the figure 4 leg lock. Shafir, the up kick. Sending Mina off, but Mina ready for the boot to the jaw.
Yeah, very rarely will you see somebody drop Marina Shafir with a strike, but Mina did just then.
The tornado, but oh, wait a second.
Straight into Mother's Milk.
Marina was ready for it, the Mother's Milk, but Mina Shirakawa desperately trying to claw at the eyes. The foot's on the ropes, and remember, it's no holds barred.
Right. Her thumb is going directly into Marina's eye.
Oh, but Marina, the heel into the side of the head of Shirakawa. See Marina, though, still smarting after that sling blade.
One thing to also be conscious of is Marina has been preparing for a no-holds-barred fight since Sunday. Mina just took this fight on short notice.
Short notice, but Marina Shafir more than ready for it. Now going underneath. Want some lumber from under the ring. Tony, this is a very dangerous situation, just feet in front of our desk.
And as you can see, Marina still favoring that back. She's taking some punishment, and right now Mina can't even get up to defend herself.
Mina Shirakawa at the mercy of Shafir, but perhaps playing possible.
Look at those elbow strikes by Marina Shafir.
Some thudding shots.
Do better, Mina.
Oh, good God.
Oh, and that front kick, toes right to the jaw. Mina Shirakawa's head just landed right on the edge of that table.
A back drop suplex through that table. Let's take another look at this.
Look at Mina's head.
Oh no, missed the table completely. Just hit the floor. Oh, almost worse. A disastrous landing for Mina Shirakawa, but Marina Shafir not done inflicting punishment just yet. The cover, 2. No!
Cocky cover cost Marina Shafir there. I also wonder if she didn't want to lower herself all the way to the ground because she took a heck of a fall through that table as well.
Yeah, that is a great point.
How double tough. I might not like what she does, but how double tough is Marina Shafir going through that table like she did and just standing up and attacking Mina Shirakawa.
Wait a second, Mina pulling up that champagne bottle while Marina Shafir dressing down the referee Mike Posey, and just cracked the bottle on the head of Shafir, and then the back fist, and Mina, the storm, 0 into a pinning predicament. Oh, Mina Shirakawa!
Mina Shirakawa!
Excalibur, you talked about her hitting her with that champagne bottle to the head. I think she caught Marina right in the jaw.
I'm telling you, it's the most win for Mina. There's no doubt. Look at Mina got the win, but earlier tonight, Marina played it coy. in her interview, I think she wanted to get a psychological edge against Mina, but I saw the Death Riders in the back. They were training for their match. Remember that? At the exact same time that Luther and Mina discovered Tony Storm's entrance in the dressing room. So I told Marina, hey, Tony's been attacked. She was very, very upset. So, add all those together, I believe Marina wanted this match to get Tony Storm's on. I really believe that Tony got taken out by someone else, guys, and not Marina Shafir, based on what I saw backstage. But who was that, is the question.
Mina Shirakawa victorious tonight in the no-holds-barred contest. Once again, Renee Paquette as Senegal in the back.
Andrade, a huge congratulations, your victory over Bandito at Revolution. You have been so impressive here as of late. What do you want to do next?
Thank you, Renee. I won the AEW World title.
Con el permiso. Hola, Renee. I apologize for the interruption. I just have something for Andrade.
What is that?
It's from MJF.
Yes, what is the title?
Hold on.
Good, Don Callis is here.
Andrade, I need you to do me a solid, Poppy. I need you to accept this large amount of money on behalf of the Don Callis family like only you can, because you are my money man.
Don, are you telling me we are working with MJF?
What we're doing is doing business, Andrade. I understand there's a little conflict here because you want the world title, but you see, Darby Allin has become a pest to MJF, and I have agreed that we're going to take care of that problem for him in exchange for a lot of money. So I need you to trust me. You're on the best run of your career, and most importantly, Poppy, you're my money man. Come on.
Okay, Don. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Don. Here you go. Gracias.
Andrade reluctantly accepting the payoff from MJF, but fans coming up next, our main event, RPG Vice, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, take on the Elite, Jungle Jack Perry, and the Young Bucks next. It's main event time live on Dynamite.
Your main event tonight is a trios bout set for one fall. Approaching the ring first from Rancho Cucamonga, California, at a combined weight of 417 pounds, Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Heard the Young Bucks reference it earlier tonight. It was a brutal, heartbreaking loss. Not only in their hometown this past Sunday at Revolution, but in front of their own family. FTR, still the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Matt and Nick, left to regroup.
And their partner from Los Angeles, California, weighing 190 pounds, he is the new AEW National Champion, Jungle Jack Perry.
Before we get our attention on our main event, fans, you are watching All Elite Wrestling on TBS, brought to you by Progressive Insurance, offering 24/7 protection when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle. You can learn more at Progressive.com.
You know, we were talking earlier about what a night it was at the Crypto.com Arena on Sunday in Los Angeles. That sellout crowd. Such a great moment for Jack Perry to win another championship in AEW, but in front of his family, his mother and his sister were there. We saw the embrace. After that, the flip side was not such a good night for the Bucks and their family. What happened at the hands of FTR? But it was an emotional night on very, very many ends.
And their opponents, the team of Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, and the AEW International Champion, the Rainmaker.
also heard earlier tonight the Young Bucks at one time considered Kazuchika Okada like family, Brian, but Okada said he never felt that way about the Young Bucks, but that he's with his real family now, the Don Callis family.
Yeah, you can see Okada, he just takes advantage of anybody he can at this point, and to keep his championship as well. I think he really enjoys being in the Don Callis family because Don Callis has so many people around to protect him and to protect his spot and protect his championship.
See almost a downcast look on the face of both Matt and Nick Jackson, Tony. I think that loss to FTR this past Sunday, I mean, obviously took a physical toll, but a pretty heavy emotional toll as well.
Of course, they had a lot really going into this based on what had happened to their family leading in to the Crypto.com arena.
Happened to their family at the hands of Dax and Cash, FTR.
Yeah. And we have seen what Dax and Cash will do to anyone, be it male or female. They don't care. Look at this. I never thought I would see this. You know, I mean, it seemed to me that Okada and the Bucks were so close at one time. We all knew that.
And it far predates their time in AEW. Is when both Okada and Young Bucks were competing in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They became fast friends. And actually, even predates that. It was Okada's excursion to the United States. Just a decade and a half ago. As RPG Vice descending on Jack Perry.
You know, Trent and Rocky have had certainly their success in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Success inside an AEW ring as well.
Yep.
Bucks, a long history in New Japan Pro Wrestling with Trent and Rocky. And now Okada finding himself between Jack, Matt, and Nick.
Oh, and now Okada's trying to say sorry.
Trying to lead him in the Elite chant.
Yeah, this is all the effects of the Don Callis family.
Right hand from Matt and Nick, chop to the chest from Jack Perry, and the Bucks going to work on Kazuchika Okada. Rocky Romero into the fray. Gutbuster, backbreaker combination. Trent Beretta, wild swing and a miss. Up in the face of Matt. Standing switch. Beretta trying to fight his way free. Tag team excellence from Matt and Nick Jackson.
How impressive are the Young Bucks? And this is 2 days removed. You can see the bandage on Nick Jackson's forehead after being busted open that hellacious match on Sunday. Look at Nick Jackson.
Going over the top, splitting the uprights.
Yeah, they're amazing guys. I mean, even moving on 7 years here.
What's Jack Perry gonna do?
Jungle Jack Perry, moonsault. Yeah! Completely laid out with that one.
Tony, you talked earlier about how emotional the night was for Jack Perry winning the national championship in front of his family. But that was also the same arena where he used to go watch wrestling with his father. And you could tell how much it meant to him in some of his post-match interviews.
RPG Vice now Rocky Romero providing the distraction. Okada attacking Jack Perry in the corner. Fans, we have a big weekend of action in store for you. Slam Dunk Saturday and Sunday. Immediately following NCAA men's tournament action on TNT and HBO Max, Kyle Fletcher puts the TNT championship on the line against his trainer, Robbie Eagles, the Brawling Birds. Alex Winter, Jamie Hayter take on the Sisters of Sin, plus La Facción Ingobernable will be in action this Saturday night, plus the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia taking on Mascara Dorada and Commander. Then Slam Dunk Sunday. Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy team up to take on Jay Lethal, Lee Johnson, and the Divine Dominion, new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions in action. Fans, don't go anywhere. Our main event continues live on Dynamite.
How arrogant is Rocky Romero? I mean, I know he's had plenty of success on many different countries. But man, well, when you got Okada, you got Trent Beretta as your partners, I guess you can be arrogant.
And if you ask Rocky Romero, Brian, I mean, you and I both have known him for a long time, but he's really got an inflated sense of self. He considers himself perhaps the third or fourth most powerful man in the sport of professional wrestling.
Yeah, and at one point he said, if not 3 or 4, he's at least number 5. That's what he told me. And then he was also telling me earlier about how he's achieved Buddha nature in his mindset, which I don't see at all. But you're right, Excalibur, completely inflated sense of ego with Rocky Romero.
Terrible human being.
Although I do have to say, Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta as a team, as Roppongi Vice, have done incredible things. In AEW here, it just seems like Trent's had a string of injuries that have really limited, the success that they've had so far.
Yeah, Trent has been on the mend a number of times here in AEW.
But Brian, think of this. They went from being one of the best tag teams in Japan, one of the teams that really defined tag team wrestling on a global scale, to being Don Callis' goons, his henchmen.
Yeah. I mean, I think Rocky Romero's mother is very disappointed in him.
Well, for a number of reasons.
As well she should be.
Yep.
And she's a nice lady, too.
Remember when Trent used to come to the shows with his mom?
Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the minivan.
I can't help but think that she's disappointed in Trent as well.
Trying to channel her disappointment to writing children's books.
Hoping the children don't end up like her son.
Well, you can always disown them. I've done that. Whoa!
Great DDT by Okada.
Kazuchika Okada pressing the advantage.
Staring at Matt Jackson there. There's something else about the Bucks we don't talk enough about. We talk about their teamwork and their wrestling, but the excitement that they bring to the ring.
Oh, they really know how to get the momentum back into their corner. Our main event continues live tonight on Dynamite. The Don Callis family, Kazuchika Okada and RPG Vice taking on Jungle Jack Perry, the newly crowned AEW National Champion, and Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. Okada misses with the elbow in the corner. Jack Perry desperately needs a tag, but can he make the tag in the face of this stern competition? Okada the step behind Jack Perry, the comeback lariat.
Quite a one-on-one matchup, Jack Perry and Okada. Look at the Bucks. You talked about during the break, Excalibur, the emotion, the excitement they bring to the ring.
And Brian, Matt and Nick Jackson definitely know how to shift the momentum in a match, and they most certainly are benefiting from that right now.
Even with all the punishment that they went through on Sunday, here they are, and look at Nick Jackson. I mean, one of the most incredible performers you're ever going to see inside a wrestling ring.
Now Nick Jackson walks the ropes, comes down, drag Tiara's combination. Oh, and Okada, the smart, knew the super kick was coming and he bailed out. But he took his eyes off Nick Jackson for a half second and paid the price. Now Matt Jackson, Northern Light suplex, perhaps locomotion, Northern Light suplex. 2 and 3, he's got both Trent and Rocky. 2 for 1 for Matt Jackson.
Double Northern Light suplex by Matt Jackson. And the Bucks are fired up. Fresno's fired up.
I think Matt's hurting a little bit. He's holding the side of his neck, but he's going to go up top anyway, Excalibur.
Opposite sides of the ring, Matt and Nick Jackson on the top. Senton elbow drop combo from the Young Bucks. Now super kick party and threatening to break out here at Fresno, but back elbow from Nick Jackson. Soulbutt Corkscrew kick misses. Rocky Romero scores with the uppercut. Sweep misses. Rocky again connects with the knee. And Rocky was called for it, trying to oblige, but he hit his own partner. And now jumping knees from RPG Vice. The Bucks sent over the top. Find their footing on the apron. Double shoulders to the midsection. Sunset flip, no. Instead, step through. Double sharpshooters from Matt and Nick Jackson. Jack Perry in. Shoots the leg of Okada. And Okada getting locked in the snare trap.
Wow. Fans are standing up on this one.
Incredible trios wrestling by the Young Bucks and Jack Perry.
The Elite with the entire opposition trapped in submission holds. But you can see Matt Jackson, and I'm sure Nick Jackson still smarting from the physical battle this past Sunday.
There's no question. They taped up and everything. If Rocky got to the bottom rope, and that caused the break in all this.
Wait a second. Trent Beretta intervenes. Super kick, and Jack Perry throws himself at Trent Beretta. Back in live action. Rocky Romero regained the advantage on Matt Jackson. Looking for that. The sliced bread, but Kazuchika Okada!
What timing.
Yeah, the hesitation to catch Nick Jackson in mid-flight. Okada, the high boot to the jaw of Jack Perry. Now Rocky Romero, the sliced bread. And Trent Beretta, big-time knee strike. Don Callis' family be on the verge of taking this one, Brian.
Yeah, they're close. I mean, they can get a cover here. They might have it.
Cover made. Rocky Romero's got the leg hooked by Jack Perry. A desperate dive.
Great save by Jack Perry.
I don't know how much more Nick Jackson can take, or Matt Jackson, that is, holding on to that neck.
Either Jackson at this point. They went through a war on Sunday.
Mocking the Young Bucks.
Wrong state to mock the Young Bucks.
Oh, it looks like.
I think they've been bit. Oh, they got out of it. You're right. I was thinking, what is going on here? What a way to get out of it. Whoa.
Triple super kicks.
After a triple groin bite.
And the BTE trigger. Followed up with Jack Perry. Launched with that knee strike. 2, 3.
Jack Perry and the Young Bucks.
The Elite. Big-time rebound victory from Matt and Nick Jackson, and Jungle Jack Perry keeps the momentum going as they fend off the Don Callis family tonight in our Dynamite main event.
And what a night it's been here.
Tonight's a little bit bittersweet. We just had a great tag match with Jack. But Sunday we blew it. We were so sure of ourselves. We thought we were going to win those tag team titles at Revolution. So much so that we had our entire family front row watching us. We had our kids wear special entrance gear just for them to watch us lose. We're adults, we're grown men. We're here to admit, FTR, you guys were the better team on Sunday.
But not the better men.
We went to
my birthday party later that night, and I couldn't look at anybody in the eye. I was so embarrassed. Tell my dad, and I know he's watching. He found me and my brother and he said, look at me in my eye. Keep your head up. Remember who you are. You're the Young Bucks. You're the best tag team on the planet. He said, there are arenas filled with fans who still believe in you. There are arenas filled with fans who still love you. Then he said, sons, I'm proud of you. My dad isn't wrong about this one. We know exactly just who the hell we are. And if it means having to scratch and claw and work our way back up to the top, I swear to God, there isn't a person, there isn't a team in the back who's gonna prevent us from getting our AEW tag team titles for a fourth time.
Never thought you'd see this, huh? Listen, guys, this is going to sound cliche, but we respect the hell out of you two. Okay? That match the other night at Revolution against FTR is one of the best wrestling matches I've ever laid eyes on. So do not hang your head in embarrassment, ever. You're both too good for that. That being said, I can relate. Because FTR didn't just attack your family, they also attacked my wife. Yeah. Now Beth Copeland is a badass. They call her the Glamazon for a reason. She does not need me to protect her. But over the last 6 months, while we waited to find out if she needed spinal fusion surgery, I haven't been able to look her in the eye. But now that she's out of the woods, I realized that I needed to get my ass back to AEW and rectify the damn situation. But see, the way to rectify a situation with two egomaniacs like FTR, it isn't breaking their legs, breaking their necks, breaking their faces. It's taking what's most important to them, more important to them than their families. And that's taking the AEW Tag Team Championships. Now, while we respect you, that's why we're out here. We want you to hear it from us first, because at Dynasty in Vancouver, it's going to be FTR versus Coping Cage 2 for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Now, I understand this situation is deeply personal for all three of you, and I get that, but you need to understand this situation is personal for me too. Because winning those tag team championships means, well, it means I make a ton of extra money. But also it's personal because we get a chance to prove that not only are we the best tag team of our generation, we get to prove we're the best tag team of your generation.
Well, Sunday.
Shut up!
Looking at a vision of the future. Will this be the scene in Vancouver on April 12th at Dynasty? Will Cope and Cage become the next AEW World Tag Team Champions? Or will the dominance of FTR continue? We will find out the next time we return to pay-per-view on HBO Max. And coming up this Saturday, Slam Dunk Collision. Kyle Fletcher puts his TNT Championship on the line against Robbie Eagles, the man that trained Fletcher in the sport of professional wrestling. Plus the Brawling Birds take on the Sisters of Sin. Slam Dunk Saturday Collision. Immediately following NCAA Men's Tournament action. And then Slam Dunk Sunday. Mystico and Jet Speed put the AEW World Trios Championships on the line against Josh Alexander, El Clone, and the Alpha, Kenosuke Takeshita. Then, 1 week from tonight, Swerve Strickland, Kenny Omega, Part 2, #1 contender versus EVP title. All that more goes down live 1 week from tonight. Dynamite from St. Paul.